Hi, this is your astrologer Kira. After a long time, I'm looking better on this side. You can see I love those things, and let's see each other after so many weeks. This is Coffee Dream here in Belgrade. We don't have a Starbucks, but we have this small Coffee Dream, and I've given up on doing weekly forecasts for now. I'm thinking of doing monthly forecasts and some important planetary transits and so on. You can see how the small farmers market looks here. This is Maxi, Serbian Maxi, and I wanted just to stand here to show you myself. I don't know if you can see me. I'm dressed for the beach. I will show you if you can see it, like here in my shorts and my short t-shirt and my bathing suit bikini underneath. And you can see the grapes, some berries, pears, tomatoes, corn, this corn, plums there. Guy is selling. This truck here usually sells watermelons, but now I think inspection is chasing them and he has to put this thing down, so buying a watermelon here is like buying illegal drugs. And this spaceship here in the middle of Dedinje part of the town, this is television pink here with national frequency. I'm going to cross the road right here. One of my dear friends works here, so when I see his motorbike parked there, I know he's working his shift right now, and guy will let me pass. This video will be about Retrograde Venus for sure. There is the hospital, and behind this hospital babies are being born there, and behind this one there is the children pulmonology hospital. A few years ago my daughter almost went there, but then I took care about her lungs because she wouldn't listen to me before that. Ciao, idem peške. That's my neighbor. And once upon a time, this is clinical center of Belgrade. Now it's minor clinical center. Babies are being born there. This is our street shop with drinks and things and newspapers and so on. Cardiology is on the other side there. The main clinical center is down there on that side of the city, not here. And they are working and reworking on the streets. I know you can hear this. So glad to be back. I had some horrible and terrible moments regarding, just to show you the buildings here. You think it's hard to climb this? No, it's not for me. I'm sorry. Oh, behind this fence and 2 streets down there, there is one house I will get, because in this bag here I have my lottery ticket, and when I get this lottery win, now it's 3,002,100 euros. And this is the other part of the hospital. My father went there a few times. He operated his gallbladder and his bypass in his heart. He had a very weak heart because he's the old man. There is the best cardiology hospital in the whole Belgrade and Serbia, And this is Dr. Rosalie Slaughter Morton from the First World War. She went to Somme front, and in 1918 she was the founder of the first American female hospital, and she founded 3 hospitals here in Belgrade, including Virginia Hospital for women and children. And she equipped every hospital with 200 beds and medical material. And she sent 1660 Yugoslavs to study medical sciences in America, and she took care about 29 Serbian orphans, and she did everything for free, and she took care about all expenses. After the war, she went back to America and continued to take care about the medical field. But she remained dedicated to Yugoslavia or to Serbia, and Mrs. Rosalie Slaughter Morton died on Florida in 1968. Now I've learned something additional. This is one great lady, and thank you for putting here this announcement, because I wouldn't know this, and now you have learned something about one great lady. So where was I? When I get my 3,200,000 euros on the lottery, then I will have a tax reduction of 20%, and this means I will get 2 million of euros, of course, and 560,000 euros also. And this is I don't know, 2.7 or 2.8 million of dollars, and then I will buy that house and I will rearrange this house. But in the meantime, let's get back to work, because in this retrograde moments, I don't know if there were any person who didn't try to cheat me for the money, and to fraud me and to promise me the moon and the stars, but nothing came out of this. And thank you. And then now it's a green light for me. We have another monument here. I hope you can hear me. No, I will do the short part of the Venus retrograde, and I could do the timestamp. This is the national hero Milan Tepic. He died in 1997 fighting in the Civil War. Oh God, I cannot tell you. He was a young guy and he died in a hero type of death during the Civil War, protecting something good and protecting ideals, but we are morons. Okay, so I went through some horrible times, and although I've got me some LED lights and asymmetrical lighting and everything, and I have a new camera with a microphone and blah blah blah, I could make it to look like a studio and to look it better, but man, I don't have a time. I'm hired to do a self-defense, female self-defense book, to ghostwrite it with one great man, because he lacks a female perspective, and we agree upon one thing, that there are many lies and myths when it comes to female self-defense. Please be aware, men are stronger. It's always been like this. It's biology, and men are not stupid at all, and if they attack you in the group, they won't wait to attack you one by one like it's done in all those stupid choreography movies and so on. They will attack you all at once, and they will flap you, and you will lose your consciousness, and then you are done. So what can be done to prevent those things? Yeah, I'm walking home, and I applied for something else, This is the tourist bus. Now you will see them. Sometimes they wave to me, but sometimes they don't. God, I hate this. Car is stopping here beside me. Was he's going to kidnap me or not? Or he's going to park there. Oh man, this is close. Whatever were his intentions. No, dangerous things happen, because a few times it happened that the woman was walking down the street and cars just stopped and the guy ran out of the car, put her in the car, the other guy drove, and that was it. So, no. Safety first, safety last, as my major always says. And how can I run in those wedges, and how can I fight if my legs are going to be scratched and so on? No. So this is school for the teacher, and this blue balloon, it's basketball and tennis court, something like that. So I could do my retrograde Venus video. So Venus will turn out retrograde around 4th, 5th or 6th of October. I have some problems with my programs, and I checked some other resources, so don't be so sure. It will go retrograde on the 10th degree, 10 point something degree of Scorpio in tropical or Western astrology sense. For the Vedic or sidereal astrology, this will happen in the Swati Nakshatra. I have this truck here now stopping. I hope it's not for me. And Venus will turn retrograde, and this retrograde motion will last for 40 days, and she will come back to the 25th or something degree of the sign of Libra in Western or tropical astrology. However, in the Vedic or sidereal astrology, she will touch the sign of Virgo again, and she will enter into the Chitra Nakshatra, the shining diamond. And I have to tell you that Venus turns retrograde, apparently retrograde, looking from this earth, not from cosmos, from universe. Venus turns retrograde every 18 months, and during those 18 months I have to change my hand. Man, I'm tired. Just to check this bag. So let me make the right angle. Venus turns retrograde every 18 months approximately. This is each 1.5 years, and she is retrograde for 40 days. And as I said many times before, when Mars is retrograde, that means that the man will return. So you could conclude that when Venus is retrograde, woman will return. Well, you're wrong. This is not the truth, because Mars is related to the persons returning, but Venus is related to the values. Mars is action, but Venus is values and the pleasure and the food and properties, commodities and so on. So when Venus is retrograde, we are going to go some deep inner questioning about our values. And when person has his or her Venus retrograde in the natal chart, man, this is hard person to be with, because this person always questions, is this worth, will we make it, blah 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 and blah blah blah. And using all those questions, this person projects something horrible to happen, and this horrible happens, and then this person says, I knew it, I just knew it, something horrible will happen. So those people are not so easy to live with, although in time passing, when they get older, they become wiser, and they learn how to deal with those things. However, uh, looking now regarding this retrograde Venus, will slowly will will slowly stop. Okay, my English part of the brain just locked itself, and then Venus will turn backwards through the sign of Scorpio, and she will enter into the sign of Libra. I'm talking in the terms of Western or tropical astrology, don't get me wrong. And then Venus will turn direct on 16th of November. Hallelujah! But this is not all, because tomorrow on the 17th of November there is one great house, but you cannot see it here. On the 17th of November, guess what? Mercury will go retrograde. You know what? You know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's how the dance is danced in life. So when this Venus turns retrograde, she will come very close to the planet Jupiter in Scorpio. Many Libras will feel this in a very positive sense, and many Taurus, because Libra is the ruler of their sun, their main planet in their charts. And she will reach very close to the planet Jupiter, but then she will turn backwards, and in those moments she will start making a square with the planet Mars again and again and again. And this means, are you the right man for me? We went through some horrible soap opera, Spanish dramas and so on throughout this whole summer and everything, but you are still acting like a headless monkey, and so on and so on, and she will have some horrible problems with it. At the same time, Scorpios could have some great expenses for their homes, and this will be the final chapter for many Scorpios, because they had to go through horrible drama throughout this whole summer, and for Leos and for Tauruses also. And then she will make this square with the planet Mars, and then as she turns backwards, she will make a square with the planet Pluto again. This is those berries, those orange berries. They're very medicinal, and how do you call them? Not wolfberries. Sea buckthorn. Sea buckthorn, yeah, in English. And you can make jam, oil, and so on from those berries. And I'm known to climb over the neighbor's fence to get those berries from time to time. So Venus will make a square with the planet Pluto, and this will be drama, highest drama of it all. But Venus will transform itself, and Venus will say, okay, because she will be in the Swati Nakshatra, and she will say, I think Pluto is in Purva Shada Nakshatra, but I'm not so sure, don't get me wrong. And she will say this is everything related to the marketing, trading, values, and so on. And she will say, man, no, now I know my value, and now I know my worth and everything. And she will be transformed as the iron is transformed in steel through high temperatures, as the coal is transformed into diamonds through high temperatures and pressures and so on. She will be transformed, and she will become a way better with the clear sense what she wants and what she needs and what she's willing to do. And when I'm saying she, I'm referring to the planet Venus, but this will refer to all male and females on this planet, because this will have to do with your inner values, with your core. So when she turns direct, by the 16th of November, she will finally, for some time, this won't last for long, but she will make a grand air trine with the planet Mars. And then in those moments, either she will reunite with that guy, and that guy will come to his senses, or this partner on the other side, or she will find someone new, or one person will find another person, he, she, or it doesn't matter, on the other side. And in those moments, I forgot to tell you, by the 8th, 9th and 10th October, Venus will make conjunction with the planet Mercury in Scorpio. There could be some harsh words spoken, some violence, some robbing, backstabbing, and so on. Then she will make conjunction with the Sun. She will be burned by the Sun, and she will make opposition with the planet Uranus. This means the female principled values are burned to the core by some sort of electricity, because Uranus is this, and this means high volatility on the money markets, commodities and so on, investments and so on. If you are a woman or you are doing something, don't play games with electricity. Take care, and be aware of some crazy people, crazy guys on the streets and so on and so on. You could be burned. And I forgot to tell you, when Venus is retrograde, you never ever do anything with your body. You don't do any plastic surgery, do your breasts, nose, lips and so on, because after a while you won't like it. You shouldn't even do anything radical with your makeup or your hair, but it doesn't matter, because hair grows up again. But when you do some stupid thing with your nose or your breasts, this won't change. So you will have to go through some radical changes. So no, by the beginning and the middle of October, don't do anything surgical. No, I beg you, don't do any procedure which involves electricity. I mean cosmetical procedure and so on, because my darling, you will get burned. I don't want to use harsh words right here. And yeah, I know it's red for me, but there are no cars there. This is Indonesian embassy right there, and this is the stadium of Partizan from another side. On this Eastern, I showed you this stadium from that side where our church is. This is Saturday morning, and we have announced a great storm coming this evening, and the weather is pretty hard here. I can't breathe, but it's summer. You can see how everything is burned here because we had this hot wave, but I don't mind. I love when it's hot. And that's about it. She will make this opposition with Uranus three times. Once when she's direct, very soon, in the next few days or week the most, but she will go there faster. But when she comes back through her retrograde motion, she will do it together with the Sun. She will be together with the Sun, making opposition with Uranus, and she won't feel good at all. So I told you, take care about any procedures. And then on the third time, when she passes, she will also have opposition with Uranus, but this time this Mars will protect her from the sign of Aquarius, and this means she will pull through. She will know what she's doing, and she won't invest money or anything else in that thing. She will invest in this thing, and so on and so on. You will all come to your senses, and you will all rearrange your lives. And I also have to tell you that this retrograde Venus, especially in the sign of Scorpio, is related to the myth of Persephone. Persephone was a Greek goddess. She's the daughter of the goddess Demetra. Demetra rules the nature, everything in nature. And Persephone was very attached to her mother. But one day there was this carriage came out of nowhere and took Persephone and kidnapped her, and in the carriage there was this Pluto, the god of the underworld, and he decided that Persephone will be his wife. And she went to the underworld, and she took three seeds of the pomegranate to eat because she was hungry. And Demetra, goddess of the nature, went on strike up on the surface, and all the gods backed her and backed her and backed her. But in the end, they made the agreement with the Pluto to let the Persephones to be outside for the 9 months of the year. And for the 3 months, those months she took those seeds of the pomegranate, she will be in the underworld with her husband, and on the earth there will be winter. So we'll have to go through winter, through death and dying, to be reborn, to be transformed.